Okay, hello. Um, I thought today I'd go through, now that we have all of the requirements for Pirate King Hondo and Akka, I thought I'd go through, look back at the predictions that I made, and see how wrong I was. I was very wrong. So, I didn't predict anything with Wave 1 because we were already given that when Hondo was announced. So, Wave 2, I mean, ignoring the Quick Old Kicks, Brutus, Vane, and Silvo, because knew those already. Um, so Wave 2 gave us General Skywalker, a Relic 9, and Scavenger Ray, a Relic 8. I said that General Skywalker was very unlikely because they had never, ever had a character be required for more than 2 GLs. There's loads that are 2, like Jedi Training Ray, I've forgot, Palpatine. Yeah, there are quite a few that have crossovers. They've just all gone out of my head now. I said definitely not. And then I said also was unlikely. I know Zori's here, but that was basically any sequel character. As it was unlikely, and then they required Scavenger Ray. So, yeah, I guess not. I didn't think they were going to touch the sequels, but sure. General Kenobi, I did predict, I was certain about that. So happy at least one of my certains was made it in. Sure, in way, he was not on the list. Like, there's like I can go General Skywalker and be like, oh well, kind of. I did put them on the predictor list. Chirrut, no way did I ever expect him to be required. I think there was like one comic that someone found that has Chirrut and Hondo in it, but that came out of absolutely nowhere. So yeah, moving on, Count Dooku. Uh, one that I also said was very unlikely because he is required for Sith Eternal and Lord Vader. So, like General Skywalker, who's required for Lord Vader and Ahsoka, I was like, well, they're not gonna require him. I guess they did, because especially like given that it's General Skywalker, General Kenobi, and Count Dooku, we're definitely gonna get a Gungan General tier, or at least I would be very surprised if we don't. But I thought we were gonna get that, but that we'd be granted Dooku, and instead of using General Skywalker, we'd use Jedi Knight Anakin, because he's only required for Sith Eternal. But nope. Then Bosk, which I did say was likely. He was in the likely category because mainly he doesn't necessarily have a strong connection with Hondo, but he's a great tank. He's a great bounty hunter lead as well. And he's not been required for anything before. He is required. Actually, I don't. He might actually be required at Relic 5 for Executor. Okay, yeah, he's required for Executor, but not Galactic Legends. So I thought, oh yeah, he'd probably be in there. So he was there, and then the last one is Ray's Millennium Falcon, which I didn't predict that we would get any ships because uh, the last one to require a new ship was Jabba with the Outrider. Leia didn't require a ship. Ahsoka required her own Jedi Starfighter, but we did know straight away that there was going to be a ship because they announced that. But Hondo, we had no. There was nothing even implied about having a ship. So I predicted it would all be characters, but Ray's Millennium Falcon, most people are going to have that 7 stars, so it's a free requirement. See, it didn't predict that. So, to go through how wrong I was, only one of my 3 certain characters made it in. I'm really surprised we didn't get Aura Singh or Savage slash Maul. Because even though I put Savage, it was like, well, I think it'll be Savage or Maul. It'll be one of them, it won't be both. And then likely Boba Fett, Embo, Jedi Knight, Anakin. No, not even close. Maybe none of them made it in. Unlikely. Only one. I'm really glad Jar Jar or Boba Fett, Sign of Django weren't required because Hondo now he doesn't require any conquest units, which I thought was a possibility. I thought they were going to require more because Ahsoka did require Commander Tano. And then, yeah, very unlikely. I mean, Plo and Afra didn't come, but yeah, those 2 did. So, apparently, I'm really bad at predicting stuff. So, uh, uh, yeah, his requirements aren't that bad, really. There's a ship that everyone's gonna have. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters that. No, 6, General Skywalker. 6 characters who are required for other GLs, 1 who is required for a GL ship, 1 that's required in a legacy event, and then there's Chirrut. It's basically. Chirrut is, I would say, the meanest requirement because he's the only one you're not guaranteed to have at Relics. He's only here at Relics because I bought the Rogue One Lightspeed bundles. Yeah, like, his requirements are actually quite nice. Because even like Ithano and Quigold and Kix, they're not required at Relic 7. These 3 are. But Quigold's required at Relic 5, Kix is Relic 6, and Ithano's Relic 3. So you don't need to get him above 5 stars. Especially considering that Ahsoka's 6 all required Relic 7, so at the time. Except for General Syndulla, who required Relic 5. But even if they had required them at Relic 3, that would still, at the time, have required them to be 7 stars, because that change was only recent. See, I think Hondo's requirements are pretty nice, but he does require, he will, SM33 is pretty clearly his lifter, which sucks, because if I knew it was going to be a lifter for the Galactic Legend, which even when they announced SM33, they didn't say that the next GL would be a pirate. I would have put more effort into SM33s. And then I've also got Maz here as a additional character because she's needed to lift these 3 into a team. So yeah, that's really bad at predicting. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.